So there are a lot of factors that would impact your diabetes or affect your blood sugar levels. For me to go through the first one, I have to first explain how digestion in our body works. So when we consume any kind of food, whether it's carbohydrates, protein, or fats, it gets digested in our stomach and gets broken down into the smallest component it could get broken down to. So carbohydrates would get broken down into glucose, fats, fatty acids, protein, amino acids. Now, as you already probably should know, that anything that we consume remains in the bloodstream till it enters our cells. So if we take carbohydrates for that example, because it is the macronutrient that will have the most influence on our blood sugar, it gets broken down into glucose. This glucose remains in the bloodstream. If our body does not produce insulin to absorb the glucose and put them in the cells, they will remain in the bloodstream, causing what we call hyperglycemia. This happens if you have type 1 diabetes, and it could happen if you have type 2 diabetes as well. So what we do as people with type 1 diabetes, we inject insulin. Without that insulin, we won't be able to use the glucose in the bloodstream. Therefore, our body won't get any sort of energy and is gonna start breaking its own cells. So it's vital to understand this, because the first factor that I'm gonna speak of is food, which obviously affects our blood sugar levels. But what people don't know, it's not only carbohydrates that have an effect on our blood sugar, but fats and sometimes protein as well. So stay tuned, I'm gonna talk about this.